for either of you guys, you've obviously been through the experience of going into these tournaments. Do you tell the freshmen anything about maybe what to expect or how to prepare?
Right now we're just trying to prepare as like a whole, going into practice, just doing everything we can to, fix some things. Haven't really been too worried about the tournament yet, but we'll probably get there in a little bit.
The only thing to expect is, it's a lose and go home game. I mean, that's the only thing to tell them. Every other thing, like, we gotta prepare for, We gotta come into all these tournaments like we did against Tennessee, This is the SEC tournament, like, we've played everybody. So the only thing they gotta prepare for or to expect is once you lose, it's done.
Ugonna, Tennessee played you pretty physically. How do you think that aspect of your game has developed over the course of the last few games?
My game has been on and off. I've been in the gym all the time trying to be consistent with what I do, But I'm happy that, last game I came in it was a mental game for me. I'm gonna say this past few games, it's been mental games for me, It's how I prepare myself mentally coming into the games. But the last game that we played, I really, came into the game really prepared mentally. I said nobody I gotta really play physical. If I gotta set the tone for the team, I gotta be physical, and that was what happened. It's all mental for me.
It's been a little over a month since you played either Texas A&M or Ole Miss. Could you guys just talk a bit about the difference in yourselves and the team since playing either team?
Did we have a healthy team at the time? I know I didn't play in the A&M game, but I think we were probably missing somebody else for Ole Miss. But now we have a full roster, so things can be different.
Al mentioned a few weeks ago this team is built for March. Well, here we are. Is this team clicking on all cylinders the way most people thought you would 3 or 4 months ago? But is this team ready to make a run and do what has not been done for a while?
I think we're ready. We're going to start off by saying that, we have a healthy team now, What a time in the year to have a healthy team, So people should respect what they have on the scene, We just got to be, physical. Like I said, come in and play the way we played against, Tennessee. It's all mental. We all clicked against Tennessee. We all really did. If we could play, like that, from Friday moving on, I think we will get to, the place everybody expects us to be, That's all it is, being mentally ready for games like this. And I know for most of we're a young group, Most of us are freshmen, and we haven't been in this situation before. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, We just gotta stay the course, prepare like we've been, preparing for the whole season. Because if we can do that, we'll be really good.
Adou, Coach Clint was just telling us about how one area that he thinks a team can really improve in is communication out on the court. You guys seem like kind of quiet guys. How is that communication going, and what can you do to kind of step things up on that end?
I think the communication is getting a lot better because most of the actions that we've seen throughout the season, we've become more comfortable with calling out when it comes to flare screens, in the pick and roll and everything. We've learned what to use for our terms for everything, and that's made everything easier. It's just getting in the gym, playing against each other and working on it is what we're doing.
Dude, we talked a lot about your role last season and how it changed from game to game, practice to practice. Going into this postseason, where do you see your role, and what are you trying to accomplish from a game to game basis, and how comfortable are you in that?
My role, I don't know. It changes. Once again, it changes every game. Sometimes I'd have to score. Sometimes it's just rebounding. Like the Tennessee game, I didn't really score. I just had a couple of rebounds and blocked shots. But I think if I can just, bring energy, always try and get offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, a couple of blocks, some steals. If that's what I have to do for us to win, then I'll do that. I think I just got to come in and play pretty hard. Well, not pretty hard, but as hard as I can, and we should be in the right place.
Is that Cal telling you before the game, before the matchup, hey, we're going to need this from you tonight, or is that you sitting over there and kind of looking at it and saying, hey, I'm going to need to fill in this gap or that gap?
It's not till like during the game, and when you see everything, how the other team's playing, who's hot on our team, who's hot on their team, just a lot of factors in it.
Earlier in the season, you guys talked about prioritizing kills. I think it was like 2 or 3 defensive stops in a row. Is that something that you guys are still implementing, or is it becoming more subconscious as you guys play?
We're still big on it. I know the starting group, they always try to tell us when we go out there, don't give up any offensive rebounds in the first 5 minutes. And usually whenever we're able to do that, then the game starts off good, and we'll start off with 2 kills already. But yeah, we're still pretty big on that.
How has this defense improved down the stretch? Because obviously we saw you guys give up a lot of points. You score a lot, but you've given up a lot. Where is this defense now coming down the stretch compared to where it was a month ago, 6 weeks ago?
It's just, about staying connected. We all can do it. We all can play defense. We just choose not to play defense at some point, Not that we do it intentionally, it's just that, it's a habit, I take pride in defense. That's why sometimes, we break down at some point. It don't matter. Offensively, you break down. It don't matter how you do offensively. Defensively too, you can still break down. We've gotten our ups and downs, But I think this is the time of the year where, we've started to lock in what we do, both on offense and on defense. I think this is the time of the year, you gotta take pride in your role in this team. Because lock in and do what you actually do. So I think that's, coming in, talking to ourselves, we gotta do this. Because, with us talking to ourselves, it's really helped us in these past few games. Because it's our defense that leads to our offense. Most of our offense is, flying down the court, throwing the ball ahead. We can't do that if we don't get a clean rebound. We can't do that if we don't get stops, if we don't get kills. So, being able to, lock in. So, we talked about most of our players, leaking out when they shoot the ball. But now we are coming together, rebound. We don't got nobody leaking out. Everybody's cracking down. Everybody's boxing out. Everybody's doing their job on defense. That's what we need, and that's what we're doing right now. And I think that's what's going to help us in this tournament.
What have you each seen from Antonio from last year to this year to make him the player he is today?
Antonio is Antonio, offensively. He is what he is. I think he's improved. His confidence level has gone higher. you know, and he's consistent, especially in defense, you know. So I think he's really improved from the player he was last year, and you know, and the player he is right now.
We all knew Antonio could put the ball in the hoop, but now it's just like last year he was making shots. When he shot the ball, I still think like it's going in, but there'd be times like he'd miss a couple, and then you'd be like well, no. Now is if he misses a couple, you still think it's going in because it's still gonna go in, but he's also getting to the rim. He's got his mid-range. You see him dunking on people now. Like we didn't even know Tom could still jump like that. But now he's dunking on people, and it's just like wow. Like he's really like took another step with his game. Also on defense, you can put him on the best player, and he'll do what he has to do. Like his game has really improved.
You guys both mentioned being fully healthy now. Trey's still kind of working his way back. What would it do for you guys if he got rolling similarly to how he was playing earlier in the season?
That's scary because, you know, that's another shooter on the court who's could also play the 4 and 5. So I just gotta say, like, that's scary.
What he said.
Guys, how important was it for you guys? You get the win, so you get an extra day off. I don't think you practice Monday or Tuesday this week. And so what does that, or Sunday and Monday, what does that do for you this point of the year? Does it help get your legs back and stuff? Because you're not going to have many days off for the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Our off days aren't even really off days for real, but these last 2 was definitely an off day. So I think, you know, for me, that was good for me because, you know, body's getting tired, but, you know, we back feeling good. So this weekend should be a fun one.
Ugo, you had the big game against Ole Miss, but would you guys rather see Texas A&M again, just since you had the loss against them?
I mean, it don't matter who we play against, but we need to go win back. So, Ole Miss, we good with it. Texas A&M, perfect. It don't matter.
Both of you got a chance to experience last year Nashville and Big Blue Nation and the fans flooding into the city. What are you telling guys like Rob and Aaron and Trey and people who haven't experienced that before about what they're getting ready to get hit with?
We're trying not to make it seem like all that, but basically just saying like now there's like now it's winter, go home, but we also need to approach it like it's just another game and not get too big on it, and to just go out there and play our game, not get nervous. Like in the first 4 minutes, people are gonna be gassed because it's gonna be everyone's adrenaline's gonna be going and everything. But after that first win, I think everyone should be okay.
With Justin playing at his most confident over the last month or so, how important is he going to be for you all going into the postseason? What will he bring to the table in terms of making a deep run?
I think that's going to really help us. You know, I feel like, I'm not going to say it's surprising, but, you know, we happy that we breaking through at this time of the year. Like, we're happy that this is the time of the year, like, we're really breaking through. We need everybody in the team. Jordan, even Joey. We need everybody in the team. And I'm happy that we have a full roster to go with, and everybody is really breaking through at this time of the season. So whatever we can get, you know, if this postseason games is a game where Trey can be his best, perfect for us. Perfect. So, Justin, I'm really happy for him, and I also think that, you know, this tournament is also going to be a great platform for him to, you know, show more, like, just things he can do, you know. Him being more confident this past month has really helped us in our wins, especially against Tennessee. I don't think we would have won that game if it wasn't for him, to be honest. So I'm really happy for him, and we need him in this tournament.
That's also another person teams got worried about that's capable for going off for 30. So, so it's self-explanatory right there. We got a lot of weapons, and teams got to be careful like who they pick to guard, because you're not going to be able to guard everybody.
A lot of basketball being played between now and when you guys step on the court on Friday. Are you going to watch any of the games? Do you guys like to keep in touch with any of that?
No. We got to worry about ourselves. We're not watching nobody, because I feel like the more you watch who you're going to play against, I think that's going to make you nervous with the way they're playing. So this was before we played Auburn. So I went to eat, and I looked up, I saw that Auburn. I
Gonna smack it in South Carolina.
Mind you, South Carolina, like we went to that place and they beat up by 17 or so. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a hard game to play. So like that made me kind of nervous, but it wasn't the same when we played them. So I feel like watching these games, like go and change your mindset on how you approach the games that we play. So if we stay like locked into us and do us, I think that's when we can we can take whatever challenge like we got coming our way.
It just makes me more eager to play.
Exactly.
So I can't do it.
What he
Thank
said.
you.